Imagine this: the legendary Geddy Lee, bassist extraordinaire of the iconic band Rush, is asked about the one song he'd want played at his funeral. His response? Pure, unfiltered Geddy. But before we dive into his surprising choice, let's set the stage. Rush, with Alex Lifeson's guitar wizardry, the late Neil Peart's drumming genius, and Lee's bass mastery, redefined progressive rock. Their influence is undeniable, especially now as the genre enjoys a nostalgic resurgence. So, when Lee speaks about music, the world listens, even when the topic is as somber as funeral playlists. For most music enthusiasts, curating the perfect soundtrack is a lifelong pursuit. From road trips to romantic evenings, every moment seems to demand the right tune. But what about the final curtain call? Choosing a funeral song is a deeply personal act, one that forces us to confront our mortality and the legacy we leave behind. For many, it's a chance to say goodbye with a melody that encapsulates their essence. But here's where it gets controversial. Geddy Lee, the man who spent decades crafting musical masterpieces, couldn't care less about his funeral playlist. Or so he says. In an interview with Classic Rock, Lee was pressed on the matter as part of their Soundtrack of My Life series. While he happily discussed his musical heroes, Jack Bruce of Cream being a standout influence, he seemed almost dismissive when it came to his own send-off. "Why would I give a shit about that? They can play whatever the hell they want," he quipped. But then, in classic Geddy fashion, he threw a curveball, or maybe I'd have them play some Derek and Clive. So the shock and horror of it would be fantastic. If you're scratching your head at the mention of Derek and Clive, you're not alone. This 1970s comedy duo, comprised of Dudley Moore and Peter Cook, was notorious for their unapologetically crude humor and off-the-cuff sketches. Their work, though cultish and obscure, remains a cornerstone of British comedy. But a funeral soundtrack? That's a stretch, unless you're Geddy Lee, who seems to relish the idea of sending everyone off with a laugh instead of tears. And this is the part most people miss. Lee's choice isn't just a joke, it's a statement. It's a rejection of the somber, tear-filled farewells we've come to expect. Instead, he's opting for chaos, for laughter, for a final act that's as unpredictable as his bass lines. It's a reminder that life, and death, don't have to follow a script. But here's the question: is Lee's choice a stroke of genius or a missed opportunity for a heartfelt goodbye? Let us know in the comments. We are eager to hear your take on this unconventional farewell.